Good morning. How are you? It's Caroline from Complete Fitness and Wellbeing with 5 moves in 5 minutes. It's Friday morning, which means it's working on our balance moves in our 8 o'clock class. 5 moves that we'll be taking from the class, a couple of moves that we will be doing every week. So we have a sort of baseline. We know where we start from and we know how we can progress on these set movements. So a couple of those moves I'm going to show you. Then maybe a little bit of balance, a bit of challenge, something to keep working our cognitive function, our hand-eye coordination, and building our strength from the muscles in between the bones and keeping our bones strong too. Good morning. I hope you're well. As always, though, if you're joining in, please make sure you're feeling fit and well. You only do the movement that's suitable for you. And as we are working on our balance, if you want something close by for some extra support, have it to hand. It's always a useful thing to have so that you feel comfortable and we can progress on those movements. If in doubt with a movement, we'll leave it out. We can adapt it. Clear safe space as well. We don't want any additional hazards that might get in the way of our balance practice. So we're going to begin with one of our first moves. We're going to start with our feet parallel. We're going to come onto tiptoe, bend our knees and hips, lower down again, back up and down. So balance isn't always about being on one leg, although a lot of the time it is. So coming up onto our tiptoes, instantly into balance mode. I'm going to gently bend my knees, hinge my hips back, heels down, straighten. So tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. Great one again for working our joints, our toes, our ankles, our knees, our hips. If things feel a bit wobbly, have a focal point. Lovely. Things feel a bit clicky as well, that's fine. Lovely. So we're getting a bit of a mini squat in, so we're working those leg muscles, calves, glutes. Lovely, and pause. And often in the class I would hold a weight for that as well, so I'd be adding some additional resistance to that movement. Next movement, we're going to do our heel toe, heel toe. So instead of always thinking about being hip width apart, which again is great and helps with our balance, what happens when we've got to change our stance? We've got to quickly move out of the way. So let's practice walking even, on that heel toe movement, visualizing walking along the edge of a curb or a tightrope. And we're going forward. And if we can we walk backwards? If we don't want to, just turn, keep walking. Focal point. Feeling the big toe against the heel, so we're getting a sense of where the feet are. Maybe, if we're comfortable, we could add looking left to right. As you can see, that challenges my balance straight away. But looking left to right, as we do everyday life, we're out walking, we've got to be looking what's going on around us. But having those feet together makes that a little bit more challenging. But with the challenge, we get used to it, we progress with it. Next move, my tennis ball. We want to add some hand-eye coordination and some balance. So I'm going to use my left leg as my grounding legs. My right leg is going to hover off the floor. With my tennis ball, if you haven't got a tennis ball, you could pretend, we're going to catch. We're going to bounce. So I'm now having to look up and down, monitoring where the ball's going. My left leg is having to really stabilize me to keep me upright. My right leg is just sort of hanging around behind me. If that was too much, we could put the foot down, rest the big toe, so we're changing our stance. We could even just keep both feet on the floor if hand-eye coordination and feeling stable needed a little bit more practice or work on. So again, we're playing around with the balls and our balance. The next move I wanted to do was, again, still resting on one leg. So my right leg this time. My left leg is going to hover. It could be up, it could be down, it could be just off the floor. Arms out in front, and I'm going to follow my hands with my gaze. I'm going to take my left arm round to the left, maybe as far around as I can, return it, and then the right arm round to the right. So again, visually, I'm watching what's going on. My body is having to adapt to that change. And again, my right foot, I can really feel is having to really connect. So I'm thinking about my big toe, little toe, heel of the foot, like a tripod, keeping me grounded. Yes, I'm wobbling, all those muscles having to work as the rest of the body turns and changes direction, and rest. And then let's just finish off with balancing on one leg. Can we just stand on the one leg? We'll go for 45 seconds. We'll see how it is. If we need to hold on to something, we hold on to something. If we need to put the foot down, we put the foot down. We could have the foot high and hold that. So my left foot is doing the work again. Thinking that tripod, big toe, little toe, heel of the foot. Maybe again, focal point, if that feels more comfortable. Maybe I don't want that leg up, I could have it behind me, just hovering. Or again, even just big toe on the floor, just to add a little bit of additional support there. Hands, I automatically have my hands out to the side, but they could be wherever they wanted to be. We could always hold an additional weight as well, adding to that resistance. Keep breathing, focal point, just noticing. And rest. There we go. So it hasn't got to be 45 seconds. It could be a few seconds. It could be just while you're doing something, whether you're cleaning your teeth maybe, challenging your balance, standing on one leg for a few brushes or whatever. All these things we can do to help maintain, improve, and keep our balance at the sort of forefront of our mind, but not so that it's on our mind we're doing it all the time, but being aware. So when we need it, it comes to our aid. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, on that note, have a super day, have a great weekend, and I'll be back next week with more 5 moves in 5 minutes. Let me know how you're getting on. Any particular areas you need to work more on or would like some help and support with, just let me know. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.